Hey, welcome to this Jersey Girl's home. My name is Vicky and I'm so glad that you're here because we're gonna talk about seeds. The garden is not ready to be planted, but some seeds are ready to get started. And although we're not starting our seeds today in this video, we will be starting them soon, so keep tuned. I did make some purchases for seeds. I do have seeds, but I like to make sure that I have enough for this year for all the different things that I want to grow, some new things that I'm going to want to try, and to make sure that I don't deplete all my seed sources this year. I like to know that if I could buy seeds now, that I will have seeds for next year if, say, I couldn't buy seeds. Some seeds I have started saving, and I'll be able to reuse those, but I haven't really gotten to the point where I save all those things. I'm not an exclusive seed company buyer, but I do have my favorites. One of my favorites is tomato growers. I discovered them last year, and I had bought Bounty banana peppers. They're so good. Ginormous banana peppers, so many. Really great pepper plant to try if you like banana peppers. But anyway, so let's get to what we got here. They also do, they do not do free shipping, but they do give out free seeds. So, and you know what you're getting before you even order. So I think that's cool because a lot of times it's stuff I haven't tried yet or something that looks really great and I know would be good. The first one was a German pink beefsteak tomato. It says deep pink beefsteak fruit have excellent sweet flavor and are meaty with few seeds. Tomatoes weigh between 10 and 16 ounces and are fairly smooth in shape. Potato-leaved plants produce these large, delectable tomatoes early in the season. Heirloom variety, indeterminate. The only bad thing about their seed packets is that they don't put pictures on them. The Soika, I hope I'm not saying this terribly wrong. It's a yellow beefsteak. It's a delightful small yellow beefsteak tomato that matures so early it will be one of the first varieties to ripen in the garden. Beautifully smooth lemon yellow flavor, weighs about 8 ounces and is very lemon yellow fruit flavor. Is very flavorful, rich but pleasantly sweet with a delicious hint of citrus. Indeterminate. Cool. So that's another freebie. And then the other one was a cucumber. It's crispy country hybrid. This cucumber is popular in Europe where gardeners love the true cornichon type pickle. The petite 3 to 5 inch fruit have very small white spines and are very crispy and flavorful. Short season areas will appreciate crispy country's ability to set fruit without pollination. That means you don't need to have honeybees working the flowers. Yields are impressive and the vigorous vines keep growing. Ooh, I'm excited about this because I tried to make canned cornichon pickles and I did not use I just used regular pickle, like super small pickles from the garden, but they weren't meant to be super small pickles and it was so soggy. So I'm actually really excited about this because that means I might be able to have some tiny cucumbers. Now, this is what I ended up getting, and I won't grow them all this year. I will grow some of them and then some of them next year. It was a little exciting when I was picking them out, and hard to decide what not to get. Okay, Destiny hybrid tomato. And the Destiny is a large determinate. Bella Rosa. The Bella Rosa is a determinate. Sugary hybrid, and this is a cherry sized tomato. I really like determinants because they don't get so crazy carried away, and you also get enough to do something with them when they come in. Whereas the indeterminates, they grow, but they don't all ripen at the same time, which is great to have tomatoes throughout the season, and I do love indeterminates, but I also want to have some determinants. Midnight Snack, which is a cherry tomato with dark shoulders on it. This one I've actually bought the plant from the store in previous years, and I've never seen the seeds available for it. So I was really excited to be able to get that because I really like that plant, and I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm trying to grow as much as I can from seed versus buying plants because we're trying to grow as much food as we can to eat. And then Rocky. We have a dog named Rocky, so I had to get these seeds just because it's his name. And this is a large paste tomato. It's an indeterminate variety. It is also an heirloom variety, so that's kind of cool too. Sugar Rush Hybrid is small cherry or grape-sized tomatoes. I think it's cherry, and they're an early maturing one. Rapunzel is a red cherry tomato. And if you haven't noticed a theme here, it is that I'm on the search for the best red cherry and grape tomatoes. I have ones I like, but I have yet to come across one that I love, and that is the goal. Okay, Juliet Hybrid is, again, cherry tomatoes that grow like grapes. Key West Sweet pepper. Okay, we're on to peppers now. The Key West is a sweet Cubanelle. Bounty Hybrid was the one I was telling you about. That is the best banana pepper plant ever. Papri Plus Hybrid is literally grown for seasonings. Giganta Jalapeno is a large jalapeno with medium heat. And I decided that I don't really love hot peppers except for jalapenos. And there are so many different varieties of jalapenos that I don't feel the need to keep experimenting with other hot peppers. So I'm sticking within the jalapeno world. Pumpkin Spice, which is one that I don't have and is also a milder jalapeno, is not a ridiculously hot pepper. Okay, White Wonder is a white cucumber that I really, really love. Last year, I could not find the seeds in time when I was purchasing seeds, and then I discovered later in the season that they did have them, and I think my gardener might have ended up with some. But I wasn't ordering seeds at that point, so I missed out on it. But I did find through Hudson Seed Valley, I think that's the one, had the silver slicer, and I tried those because they were highly recommended on a lot of places, but I just did not like them. I did not think that they were as tasty, and maybe it's just because I have a different climate than where the other people were growing them. I'm not really sure, but they were not as tasty as the White Wonders. The White Wonders were fantastic, and I am super excited to grow those cucumbers this year. So far, we have tomatoes, a couple cucumbers, and some peppers. Thank you, tomato growers, for providing wonderful seeds. And if you know this packaging, you know who this is. Baker's Creek. Another one of my favorites. I got quite a bit from them, so it's gonna be a long one. Here's my free seeds. I got banana peppers, Yeticule lettuce, cinnamon basil, and Persian carpet zinnias. I am thrilled with all of them. They are fantastic. Next up, the Mexican sour gherkin cucumber. Love these. May Queen lettuce. Ghirardelli squash pumpkin. Butter crunch lettuce. Paris Island. Pablo lettuce. I'm hoping I'll like this one. I really like colored lettuce. I think it tastes really good. But I'm not the biggest fan of Batavian lettuce, which is what this type is, but I don't dislike it. So I wanted to try it. I do like the romaines. I like the butter crunch lettuce, and there's some loose leaves that I like. Lady Godiva pumpkin, and I tried growing these last year, but I didn't get anything out of them because we had bunny rabbits that kept eating them. So bunny proof in the garden better this year. Thorburns terracotta. I got this for free a long time ago and it was so delicious, and I'm finally out of the seeds, so I replenished that packet. Tahitian squash. This was the only butternut squash to grow completely, and it is still sitting in my kitchen perfectly fine. No rotting, no softening, nothing. Totally wanted to replenish these seeds because that is going to be a favorite keeper for me. Cherokee Trail of Tears beans, because I grew black turtle last year and they grew fantastic. However, I decided I want pole beans because it grows up enough that little critters can't hide within the plants and then eat all my stuff on me. So getting these on a trellis, just easier, and hopefully they taste great too. Ozark cowpeas, because apparently I can't have enough of those. Kakai pumpkin, lemon squash, Wilson sweet watermelon, 1,500-year-old cave beans. Again, a pole, I believe it's a pole bean. I hope it is, because I really like growing beans and we like to eat them. Okay, long white of Palermo zucchini, one of our favorites. Principe Borghese, which is another one that I'm testing out this year. Lucky Tiger. Last year I bought from Hudson Seed Valley. I'm gonna have to type that in the video, the name of the tomatoes, but they were downright delicious and they were so good. I will grow them again, but I thought, well, maybe I like that kind of coloring in the tomatoes. Maybe that flavor is a different flavor because I've never tasted it in anything else before. So maybe this has a similar flavor as well that I could also enjoy. Rosella, Ragoso squash, which is another one that we really, really love. This one and the long white of Palermo are one of my favorite zucchinis. A Grappoli d'Inverno tomato, also known as the winter grape tomato of Old Italy. That I could say. Hungarian tomato, because this is my favorite paste tomato. The Dar cucumber, not my favorite cucumber, but it's reliable and it does taste really good. So in case we have bad weather, we will still have some good cucumbers. Brown sugar tomatoes. I got these last year. They were so delicious, so delicious. And these ones it says that they're only 5-ounce globe shaped, but mine were gigantic. They were huge. So I don't know, I guess they just really like it here. So staying. Rice and Traub tomato. Again, I hope I'm not butchering these names. True Black Brandywine, because we can grow brandywines really easily here. So I thought maybe that would be a fun one to try. Lesia, I grew this last year, and although it is a late bloomer and it takes a long time to get going, it is well worth the wait, and the sweet peppers are fantastic. They are so good that I also bought the orange Lesia one to try. All right, we got the yellow monster pepper to try. This pepper, Spanish mammoth. Sweetheart cherry tomato, black cherry, which I do like, exquisite zinnia, crisp mint lettuce, Brad's atomic grape. I have not tried this yet, so I'm excited to try that. Oklahoma pink zinnia, and Red Ripper cowpeas. We're still not done. Okay, then from local stores, I have my Fairy Morse seeds, which are really budget friendly. seeds and they grow great. Walla Walla sweet onions. Giant noble spinach. Green sprouting broccoli. Waltham broccoli. Desicio broccoli. Tam jalapeno, which is a mild one. Cayenne long slim. Wisconsin SMR cucumber. This one grew really well for me last year as well. Cross country hybrid. Blue Lake stringless pole. I only got one of those because I did have some. I just didn't know how many I had. And then I did get a lot of these Jack's Magic pole bean because we grew them last year and they were so good. These string beans, they were really, really good, but they're a hybrid, and it seems like this is the only company that makes this bean. So I wanted to make sure that I had enough for this year and possibly next year. So we have a lot. Mammoth Russian sunflower. Giant double flowered canary bird zinnia. Coral zinnia. Envy zinnia. Zinnias go great here. They look beautiful. I love them. And so do the pollinators. Well, that went everywhere. More spinach. And last year I planted like 5 different varieties of spinach and Bloomsdale grew the best. So definitely growing Bloomsdale. And then I had I have one other one that I'm going to try anywho. Swiss chard, because that will give us some greens in the summer. Dinosaur kale. Nante's half-long carrots. California Wonder bell peppers. And I am not worried about these expiring. I have used seeds that are 10 years old before and had no problems. So as long as you store them in good conditions, they're going to be fine. Don't worry about it. All these expirations, it's just for sales purposes, really. I wanted to try this seed tape thing to see the difference in growing capabilities, so I did grab this to give this a try. Orange pepperoncini, I thought that was pretty cool. We do like a pepperoncini pepper. I thought I would try that and see how that is compared to the other one, because that could be fun to make pickled pepperoncinis and have them be multiple colors. I don't know, I thought that was fun. Okay, cherry baby hybrid, honeycomb hybrid, because this is one of my favorites. Pickle bush, bodacious, and I've had this before, it's fantastic. Brandywine red tomato, another pickle bush. Mammoth basil, batik basil, which is a Thai basil. Sweet marjoram, and Russian tarragon. Loofah, which is, I've never grown this before, so I'm excited to try that. Black Beauty, and more carrots. All right, flowers, mixed zinnias, verbena, hollyhock, which I've never grown before and I'm excited to try. If you know anything about these, leave them in the comments because I could use your tips. All right, more zinnias, different mixes of zinnias, more candy cane one we haven't done yet. Pansies, those also need to get started now. Put that to the side. Coleus, aster, petunia, and celosia. So I think I'm gonna have a good year this year. I have a lot of new stuff to dive into and try, and I have my favorite keepers. This will be my 14th. I think this is gonna be my 14th growing season. I've been growing stuff for a long time. Just in recent years, I've expanded to a large capacity because I've learned to pressure can and preserve a lot of foods. And also in recent years, I've gotten to the point where I can grow from seed a lot of stuff, including my flowers. In previous years, like in way previous years, probably the only seeds I did were definitely green bean seeds every year. I won't buy a green bean plant. Then I got into doing lettuce. Lettuce is really easy to grow by seed. And what else? I think maybe some peppers, cucumbers, and tomatoes, but not all of them. I would do like a little bit and then buy other ones. Now I've gotten to the point where I can grow most of it myself. Last year, I would say like 99% of my stuff was grown from seed from me. So now I'm gonna get them away in my containers, trying a new organization method that I saw on YouTube. So far I like it. I definitely think it's going to be easier to use these containers than the towers that I had, because the towers, just by the end of the season I had to completely reorganize them. There was no way to transport them easily, and so everything just kind of got really mixed up. So I think this is going to be easier to move them around when I need to, as well as keep them organized and put away. So there it is. Now it's time to put them all away. I started trying to see what I could fit in each box, and then changing around categories or subcategories with this new method, and I really like it. I feel like everything's going to transport well, stay organized. I can even make notes in each little box with a label that will help me with any details, maybe like companion planting or when I should start the seeds. And I'll work on that throughout the growing season. So each box has a category, and then each box contains 12 mini boxes, which are categorized even further. And this is what I came up with. The first box shown became the lettuce and herbs box. And within that box, the mini boxes are labeled butter crunch lettuce, romaine lettuce, heading lettuce, loose leaf lettuce, unique lettuce, spinach, kale and cabbage, Asian greens, sweet basil, flavored basil, parsley, tarragon, rosemary, cilantro, more herbs, and I have one blank box available. The next box is labeled flowers, and the mini boxes contain marigolds, nasturtiums, calendula, chamomile, flowering peas, mammoth sunflower, and then sunflowers, other flowers, zinnias, zinnia mixes, petunias, geraniums, alyssum, snapdragons and salvia, short flowers, and tall flowers. It did take me a minute to figure out what was the best subcategories for this box, but I did get it done pretty good. I never thought in all these years of growing a garden that I would end up with so many seeds, but it really does bring some security to me. And again, I don't see any seeds that have expired where it actually affected them. I honestly have never had a problem with seed germination. The next box I grabbed to work on contains my cool weather crops, and the subcategories are celery, orange carrots, colored carrots, red beets, unique beets, other roots, chives, and leeks. And then this spot is empty where it will contain my onions. And then we have broccoli, cauliflower, miscellaneous. And in my miscellaneous, it contains my asparagus and wheat seeds, snow peas, snap peas, green arrow peas, shelling peas, and the tall telephone peas. Next up is the warm weather crops box. We have subcategories including cucumbers, unique cucumbers, pickling cucumbers, patty pan squash, zucchini, summer squash, winter squash, pumpkins, cantaloupe, mixed melons, small to medium-sized watermelons, large watermelons, okra, eggplants, sweet corn, and popcorn. we have our bean box. And within here, I have string beans and shelling beans. And they are labeled as Kentucky Wonder, Jack's Magic, Blue Lake Pole, Purple Pole, Bush green beans, Blue Lake Bush, Yellow Bush, and Gold Rush Bush. Ozark cowpea, Red Ripper cowpea, black beans, 1500-year-old cave, tiger's eye, we have a blank one, lima beans and soybeans, and black turtle, as well as any extras. So the tiger's eye I have not received yet. I need to put in an order to Berlin Seeds, and I was just waiting to go through all my seeds to see what I needed to restock, what I wanted to try from there. But yeah, they're another really good company. Now, last but not least, the tomato and pepper box. We have subcategories listed as Roma tomato, paste tomato, determinate tomato, red slicer, red beefsteak, dark tomatoes, yellow orange tomatoes, and tomatillos, which also contain ground cherries, red cherry tomatoes, dark cherry, light cherry, and then on to the bell peppers. Sweet pepper, mild pepper, jalapenos, and hot peppers. Guys, this was so productive and really great that you could hang out with me while I did this. I have so much fun looking at seeds as well as getting excited for the new season to come. By the time the end of the year holidays are over, January comes, and I feel like I'm already over winter by then. So now I will eagerly wait until the sun warms us up and the garden season is ready. And thanks for hanging out with me.